Good evening and namaste all. Someone asked me to do a reading on Sridevi, and who has now passed. It sounds like this year, earlier this year, and this person wanted to know where her consciousness is now, as well as the cause of death. It sounds like there's a few possibilities with drowning and heart attack, and just kind of wanting to hone in on that a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with Sri Devi's reading. Okay, born. Okay, just feeling born in India area, the one that is the world of cinema, Bollywood. Okay, so this is here with the energy of Sri Devi. Okay, in her life she did play many parts. Okay, on the cinema screen, as well as in her regular life, being a mother. And okay, the feeling is exotic. She's a very exotic woman. Okay, and comes off very just powerful in some ways with her roles, her presence, her style, her personality had that about it. And so people were drawn to it, feeling like she was really in the, like a forerunner of that type of, I guess, cinema she played, right? Okay, so actress die. Okay, so we know that. It's just going to make some connections now, and let's see what happens. Okay, so found dead. What was it? Bathroom or something. Darkened life in some ways. Okay, her life was darkened. It didn't have for her in her heart area. The feeling is she did struggle with things inside. Okay, like she had some history of possible okay, her thoughts weren't always they weren't elevated always. It sounds like she really felt like her, for some reason I'm hearing harm self, although it doesn't sound like this was a suicide. But what the feeling is she just was not feeling always good about herself, about her just herself. All right, and this had a part in this. Okay, this had a part in this. It did play a role in whatever happened to her. Okay, so with this incident that was not felt to be on her list that day of what would happen. So it sounds like it wasn't planned for her, no. Okay, but for some reason with these feelings she had about herself, it had some kind of way of bringing whatever happened on. Okay, interestingly enough. All right, so her time was not okay, so her time was not lifted in her thoughts. Okay, it wasn't that way for her, although some may look at her and think, well, she's got it all. All right, so then she okay, now you can see some backwards spinning. Okay, so going backwards in time really is what we're gonna do. And I do see there's a bathroom where you go in. You do see that bathtub. Okay, so I do see her in that. And she is just kind of thinking, okay, she's thinking about her life and not feeling so good about it, feeling like maybe she was not good. Okay, not good in some ways. Good in her, I don't know, her manner, her something about herself. Okay, and you can see now it's still spinning backwards. Okay, and so let's see what took place then that day. Okay, now that we're getting the feeling, the picture is kind of painted here. Okay. So I'm seeing what's happening there. Sometimes, you're just kind of transported into these areas. Okay, so there was a little bit of something in her system, some kind of chemicals, maybe just alcohol or something. But anyway, she just kind of, relaxed and let her body go under her body, her face and everything sort of just drift and in a relaxed way and went under the water in the tub. I'm seeing. Okay, I'm seeing that. And let's see, was that kind of a conscious thing for her? So it wasn't. Did she fall asleep? Okay, she didn't. Was she aware that she was going underwater like that? Okay, she was. So it's just an interesting thing, It wasn't like she planned it or did she purposely do it. Okay, it just sounds like with this just sort of letting everything, her body go, everything go, just, she went under and she didn't fight it. Is the feeling. She didn't fight any of this. Because let's see, was she ill before anything? Okay, her heart, was anything in there? Okay, now it's getting really pretty heavy. And we'll see if she was indeed ill. But illness that brought it on. Okay, was she ill? Was she sick? She wasn't ill. Okay, she wasn't ill. Was her heart in good shape? It was. Okay, so her heart was fine. Okay. Anything else? Was her breathing okay? Okay, it was. Okay. And everything else. Okay, so her health was okay. It's not so heavy like she had the best health in the world, which is surprising. Again, whatever she's looking very healthy and things. She's not very old. But, okay, so whatever happened, was it due to health? Okay, so you can see no. Okay, so it had kind of this play in it of her just, not feeling good about herself. And then this incident of it doesn't sound like she had so much alcohol. Did she have a lot of alcohol in her? No. Any other drugs or anything? No. Okay, so it was more just, is this something that's been working on her, these thoughts of not feeling good about herself? Okay. Okay, so was that the biggest player in this? Okay, so no. Okay, so there was this about how much of a part did those thoughts play. Okay, so you can see it's relatively big, and then you can see no. So it looks like about 50-50. But what happened? So she realized she was underwater, couldn't breathe. Was she conscious of that? Yes. And did she fight to come up? Okay, no. And it's not like she purposely did it. So I don't know. Did she slip underwater? And, again, it just sounds like she just sort of let it go in that way. This is really all that I can say. Anything else around that? Okay, she wished for something different in her world. Okay, she wished for that. Now, a lot of people that seem like they have everything that you can imagine, beauty, money, a lifestyle like this, so many aren't happy, and what it sounds like that's true of Sridevi. Was she happy? Okay, you can see, no, she was not happy. Okay. Okay, it feels like an introvert, very much enclosed in herself, all right, and not really always sharing of herself. And so all these things were in there. But it doesn't sound like it. You could call this, could you call it a suicide? Okay, so it's very light. It's a light no, but it is saying no. So it just, was it an accident? Okay. So it just had this interplay of these, feeling low and just kind of letting go and letting things just kind of be, maybe just trying to relax, like someone might just kind of float on the water and let go and drift away in a way. It's what it feels like. Was it painful for her? It wasn't. Okay, so that part's good. It wasn't in much pain. She just kind of went with it, it sounds like. Okay. Yeah. Oh boy, interesting. Okay, so I can't really give you such a concrete thing. I just find like she was kind of on the edge, of someone that she would just, if someone just sort of gave her a push, on the edge of this cliff, and the certain wind came up and it blew her off of it, she would just sort of let it be, a little bit. That's how it feels. Just kind of interesting. All right. So anything else about her while in body? About Sridevi. Okay, again, frequently felt she wasn't being all she could be. Frequently felt that way. Okay, and not living up to whatever standards people thought she should be living up to. Feeling like she needed a place to be away and away from the drama or the drama. Again, she plays in these drama roles, that away from that, and not wanting really to be be felt always like the way that people see her. All right, so she desired, and that's getting pretty big with that. Okay, the way people see her, she didn't always like that. She wanted to be, what did she want to be, She wanted to be more of a woman that could be teamwork more. Sounds like, she kind of wanted more company inside, a lonely person. She lonely. She was definitely out of the social way, I guess. So that did make her feel like she was kind of left out of things, left out of the world. Okay, and again, not an uncommon feeling for people that are in this kind of life, and from young too. It's a big sacrifice. It does take something from them many times, okay? And that's it. I don't know if she had any alcohol problems. Okay, she didn't. So, all right, well, it sounds like that might be pretty good for in body. Now let's see where her consciousness rests now. And this wasn't too long ago, so from lower to coming up a little. Okay, from lower to coming up a little. Okay, she rests there. Body. Lay there, okay, in a position of going in different directions. Okay, when I say body lay there, that really means more spirit. Her spirit rests in that, or the energy of her consciousness, really. Okay, and so going in different directions. Okay, so we're just feeling like there isn't still a solid center, and that feels like yes. Okay, she doesn't live with her people. She doesn't live with her people. Okay. So it still sounds like she's pretty isolated in a way. Okay, she doesn't live with them. She wants to be okay, she wants to be down with living. Down with the living. I don't know. Down with love. Okay, down with love or blessed with love. She would like to be blessed with love. She loves to be okay, she loves to be a strong woman. She would love to be strong woman. And this is where she hopes to still be. So it feels like some of what she left with is still there. She wants to be strong woman and hopes to be that way. And will not let others tell her that she is just a certain way. Okay, so you can still feel some of her thoughts in which she, they're still resonating with those patterns in which she left. She doesn't want others to feel like she's crying or weak in her heart. Okay, for is she crying in her heart? Okay, so there is some sadness there, but she feels like she wants to be strong, like that's better to be. Okay. And Plum, please don't feel that I am weak woman. Okay, that's a big theme for her, because when I lived, I had a certain way to come out, but in me, I really want to be film. Okay, I want to be film star. That is true. Okay, it's true in my heart. And she felt like, she put on a certain act, but in her heart that it didn't resonate as true for her. Okay, so she would, if that comes, she would like it to all match up in her, Okay, and she doesn't want that to be a showing thing of, like, oh, look at me, I was not a strong woman inside. So let's see if this is okay to put out about Sridevi. Okay, the energy is open feeling. It doesn't feel like this would be bad to put out. Because it does bring out the reality, and she's talking about wanting more realness in her world, or things to sort of mesh up more, and this energy is part of it to bring it out so things can be looked at more. And also, there's always spirit around. Okay, so please let this be. It's okay. Okay, for me to say that I was not always the way I appeared on the outside, on the inside. Okay, and I don't feel like I need to hide that any longer, because I am not in that world I used to live in. I am out, okay, with my head. Okay, I'm still out with my head that has these thoughts that feel like maybe I can be strong woman, and inside very much very stirred, very strong too, inside too. Okay, let's see if this will, anything else. Okay, so let's see, will this happen for Sridevi? Well, she will be strong outside and strong inside. Is this going to come around for her? Okay, Hollywood, Bollywood, Bollywood, a female woman, okay, is going to be needing to take her heart and mind to the worship place, okay, and bend down and be with that, okay, with her forehead on ground in a way, and worship place, okay, and then ask the goddesses that are of her heart, okay, to bless her. Okay, so has she done this? Okay, it doesn't feel like she has. Okay, so okay, she has. She's frightened of it. Okay, so she's frightened of it. Interesting. Frightened of it? Because she feels like that might take something from her, that, again, she's just feeling like she's the one that's in control, okay? So you can see this struggle here and what this may take for her to surrender, to open up, to be more soft, more vulnerable, really, because in that she will find her strength. Does she understand this? She doesn't understand that, okay? So instead she's just trying to hold on real tight, it feels like. Okay, is she hearing any of this? Is she getting some of this? Okay, some of it's resonating in the energy field there. Okay, I do want life different. Okay, I do want life different, and yet I'm not willing to be as a one that is okay, that says I give up. Okay, so she's just kind of dealing with all of that. And it's not about giving up. It's really about letting go. But hopefully this eventually will just come to Sridevi. Okay, yeah, I mean, it will take its time. It will follow its course. Now let's see if there's any spirit help around her. Okay, so we're always getting spirit help, but what it feels, is she willing to open up to that at all? Okay, so you can feel her still kind of inside herself and struggling. Okay, she's not. She just wants to kind of wait for some of these changes to come. And what can we say? People still have their same stubborn ways when they leave. Right, so okay, so don't let me be down low. Okay, I do want to come high, and this feeling is like I can come high. Okay, I will, and I won't pour my mind out yet, though. Okay, so she's not ready yet. She's not gonna pour her mind out yet. All right. Okay, so it's just the way it is. Anything else with this? Okay, please now know that I am here, not feeling timeless yet. Okay, but I have to be in my own time. Okay, and this is the way it is, right? It is all in their own time, when in body or with out of body. But future happenings for Sridevi getting better. You can see some changes there as things move along. Some cycling, going back to the same and then moving on. Okay, so giving it time, and she's moving along in her own way. What can we say? All right, so thank you for asking for this reading. Have a great night. Bye.